I live with my dad, you're a simp bro, and I'm just a Chad. I'm a black belt, you know what it is, and my carpet, it's all covered in jizz. I'm Jared Genesis, do you know what I am saying? I'm hanging at playground, watching kids playing. I'm an alpha, I live with my dad, you're a simp bro, and I'm just a Chad. I'm a black belt, you know what it is, and my carpet is all covered in jizz. I'm Jared Genesis, do you know what I am saying? I'm hanging at playground, watching kids playing. You know what I am saying? I'm hanging at playground, watching kids playing. I'm Jared Genesis. Do you know what I am saying? I'm hanging at playground, watching kids playing.
Underground has the best video clips in town. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips around. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips in town. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips around. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips in town. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips around. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips in town. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips around. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips in town. Z3r0 Underground has the best video clips around.
Good morning, Blokies. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. I took a whole bunch of those Schedule 35 capsules last night, and I was tripping the fuck out. All night, I hardly got any sleep, and then I made the worst decision ever. I ate McDonald's breakfast, and now I feel like I have AIDS or something. I got McDonald's AIDS, and I'm barely here, but I'm here. I'm barely here, but I'm here. Thanks for showing up. Everybody, please like the stream. And if you would be so kind, help us get closer to the goal. We're doing another show later tonight, but this is my morning show. I haven't done one this week. So here it is. Damn, those sausage McMuffins really did not go down well, but they'll come out even worse if you know what I'm saying, bro. Oof. I will say, though, that Schedule 35 shit works. Check it out, schedule35.co. I do not have a powerful digestive system, no. No. In about 2 to 3 hours, I'm pretty sure I'll be blasting the toilet. Just keep that in mind. First segment this morning, Sturge. Sturge is on the verge. He's renowned for having a 0 IQ. Let's essentially watch essentially Sturges, bud.
Essentially. Hello everyone, I am Renown0. We are back again talking about how Gina Carano's lawsuit that she filed last year against Disney is now moving forward, as the actress shares an encouraging update after an outpouring fan support.
Gina Carano, bud. I met her, took a picture with her,
On what is considered to be Cara Dune Day. This is, of course, coming to us from our friends over at that Park Place, and it's actually interesting that this is even moving forward in the first place. I'm actually really glad that Gina Carano is going after Disney and suing them for firing her basically for her political opinions and allowing people like Pedro Pascal to call...
He called him Pedro Pascal. Pascal.
Half the United States Yahtzees over voting for Donald Trump. So now let's get into this article, like I said, from that Park Place.
I didn't say he was essentially beardless. I said someone was. And it's not like... it's because someone photoshopped Eric July without a beard. And I put that in the thumbnail. So, there you have it. You can see his big fat chin. This is only... someone's only kind of estimating what he would look like without the beard. Essentially.
The Gina Carano lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm is still moving forward, and the former Mandalorian star has provided a fresh update on her legal battle. And this is, of course, also being supported by Elon Musk. After being removed from the Star Wars franchise in 2021 due to a fallout with Disney,
essentially how he would look,
Carano took legal action alleging wrongful termination and political discrimination. On X, the social media platform backed by Elon Musk, who is also funding her case, as I already stated, Carano reassured supporters that progress is being made. While she couldn't share specific details yet, because of course it's an ongoing case, she teased that bigger developments are on the horizon. So she goes on to say over on X or Twitter, I still like to call it Twitter, because I think X is a stupid name.
It is a stupid... Wow, Sturges pushing back on President Musk. How could you do that, Sturge? But you're right. I mean, like, I'm going to agree with you when I agree with you. X is a really dumb name, especially when you paid tens of billions of dollars for Twitter. You could have just started your own website and called it X, but you bought the Twitter brand and then you killed it.
Just a little update on my lawsuit against Disney/Lucasfilm, tagging Disney.
Even X still calls it Twitter. When I get an email notification from X, it says X, and then it says in parentheses, formerly Twitter. Because even they realize that it's confusing. The name is very confusing, and some people don't know what the fuck you're talking about if you call it X. So... even they still call it Twitter.
And Lucasfilm. The case continues to move forward, and I anticipate having a more substantive update in the next few weeks.
If you rebrand something and people have to keep referring to the old brand name...
Ben Yotei and Airport Karen wannabe. Why so few early streams this past week on BP? Get me the manager, bud.
Ha! You know what the problem has been is that I cured my insomnia. I cured my insomnia, so I've actually been... Looks like I had a hiccup in my internet connection for a second there. But anyway, what I was saying is, like, if I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the bathroom, usually I can't fall back asleep because my brain starts thinking and everything, and I can't shut it back off to fall asleep. So then I'm like, oh, well, might as well start setting up an early stream. And that's what I end up doing. But I've been taking medication to help me sleep at night. So I've actually been able to fall asleep a little bit easier. And I've been taking advantage of that. But not today, because I was tripping on shrooms all night last night. So here I am. I am not drinking a beer at 10 a.m. I'm sorry. I can't do that. What kind of meds? Just like over-the-counter shit. It's like generic Z-Quil. It's like a really cheap generic brand of Z-Quil that I buy at this store called Grocery Outlet, which for those of you who don't have those in your area, it's a really cheap grocery store. It's like the discount grocery store, and they have a bunch of really cheap, like, off-brand shit. But yeah, I can't wait. The McDonald's breakfast is going to be ridiculous. It's just
weeks.
Anyway,
we remain determined, and my team has been exceptional in honoring the court and respecting the process. I'm very proud to have this team. Thank you for all your continued support at X.
I mean, try your best to sue Disney. Don't know how well that's going to go for you, but hey, more power to you. If you feel you were wrongfully terminated, I'm guessing there's something in her contract that says they can fire her for pretty much any reason. But you let me know what you think about that. Terry Ann Blues. Oh, by the way, I want to pause this video just to highlight one of the dumbest comments I've ever read in my life. I don't like to feature dumb video comments usually, because then people will just start leaving intentionally dumb comments to get me to react to it, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to make a habit of this, but there was this really, really dumb comment. I'm going to screenshot it and put it up on the screen in a second here.
Cara Day yesterday, January 30th, touched my heart. This, of course, this was posted on January 31st.
Get with the times, Sturges.
Quote, and that's the actual
You're
quote.
A week late on your big scoop.
Attorney Gina Carano, highlighting confidence in the legal team. Additionally, Carano thanks fans for celebrating Cara Day, an annual tribute to her Mandalorian character that takes place on January 30th. Carano, who portrayed Cara Dune in the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, which was a great female character and how to write a female character, not the annoying girl boss babe nonsense that they typically write nowadays, has stated that she was originally set
is there no room for that at all? I mean, that's definitely a character archetype, right? I don't see that big of a problem.
A Star Wars spin-off called Rangers of the New Republic, which would have been awesome, before Disney abruptly...
All right, let me show you this dumb comment really quick here. And people will be like, oh, that's probably a troll. I'm not so sure about that. The thing I'm about to show you, honestly, there are a lot of really fucking dumb people on the internet. People always assume that just because something's like really fucking dumb, that they're not being serious, they're just joking. I think this was a serious comment, and the person's just a fucking moron.
Your improved mental health is affecting me now. Toxic, cool face, but glad to hear you are getting some sleep, bud. Take care of yourself.
Oh, I am, but I still have to stream early sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys this really quick. This is in reference to us laughing at Brett Keane because he calls the terrorist group Hamas Hummus. And this guy's like, ha ha, mocking the manatee for not knowing what hummus is. And he doesn't know himself. It is mashed chickpeas, not beans. Okay. We were mocking the manatee for calling Hamas hummus. And we did say hummus is made out of beans, and chickpeas, they're not peas, they're beans. They're also known as garbanzo beans. So it's literally made out of beans, a type of bean that is sometimes called the chickpea and sometimes called the garbanzo bean. They're fucking beans. And you add some garlic and some tahini to that shit. You're a fucking idiot, Murder Crow Audio. You're a fucking idiot. Sorry. Yeah. They're beans. Anyway. Yeah, your mom, I'm sure, because you say stupid shit all the time, too, to try and piss people off. But I don't think that was intentional. Well, I don't think yours is always intentional either. I think you are sometimes really dumb.
abruptly cut ties with her. The controversy erupted in early 2021 when Carano shared a meme on Instagram, leading critics to claim that she had compared the treatment of American conservatives to Jewish people in Germany.
You probably think a chickpea is a pea.
During World War II. Now, what she was referring to
Happy
was
Friday, DP.
Thank you.
P.S. Sturgis would not care about this character if she wasn't a white woman portrayal.
It's
We
true.
all know it, but something Eric July, let's go to the Garbeck.
Something, the barbecue. Yeah, if she was black or like gay or whatever, he'd be like, oh, this is a shit character and the worst character in the whole show, and it makes the show suck.
that you shouldn't
It's funny, though, because someone in his space was shitting on a game that he liked because there was some gay shit in it, and he was defending it. It kind of blew my mind.
you shouldn't tattle on your neighbors like they did during that time to get them taken away to camps
That time.
because they didn't want to take a jab. Carano has since argued
Oh my God, shut up. Yes, no one was getting taken away to camps because they wouldn't get vaccinated. You simply couldn't enter certain spaces without having it. You could stay home and not get it all you wanted. It's not like the cops were coming to your house and breaking down your door and like strapping you down to a table and injecting you with it. It's nothing like the Holocaust. Nothing. No one was put into gas chambers or like there was not like massive crematoriums and shit.
that this was a misrepresentation of her intent. Regardless, Lucasfilm swiftly announced that she would no longer be involved in any Star Wars projects, and then, of course, they tried to do a whole struggle session with like 20-something trans people for some weird reason, and she refused, which is the only thing you should do, is refuse to be put into a struggle session.
What?
In February
A
2024
struggle session? Is that code for something? He uses these weird code words that he kind of thinks of on the fly, and a lot of times they don't always fit.
3 years after her firing, Gina Carano officially launched her lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm. The suit alleges that Disney's decision was politically motivated and discriminatory, pointing out that co-star Pedro Pascal has also shared political content that drew parallels to 1930s and 40s Germany on social media without facing repercussions. Which is basically an image saying that people who voted for Trump in 2020 are akin to Yahtzees from that
Yahtzees? Oh my God. I like to say Nazi.
time period.
Yahtzees. He stole my rhyme from my Asterios / Elon Musk song.
The case has gained traction with Disney's motion to dismiss being denied. The legal proceedings are
Struggle speech. Sturges speech. Sturges is renowned for having a 0 IQ.
set to begin on September 25th,
What's up, Pescator?
2025. Despite Disney's decision to remove her from Star Wars, Carano continues to have a dedicated fan base who crowd her booth at
Please like the stream if you haven't already, and thanks to everyone who's helped us get closer to the goal so far. I really appreciate
every major
it.
convention she attends. This is 100% correct. I was at MegaCon, I think, in 2023. I think she was there. And, yeah, her booth was filled to the brim. And if you didn't buy, like, an autograph ahead of time, you couldn't get in.
Okay.
Cara Dune Day, quote unquote, saw fans flooding social media with artwork, merchandise collections, and messages of support. The hashtag We Love Cara Dune trended as longtime supporters celebrated her role in The Mandalorian because she played it very well.
We did a Who Is Worse, Jared versus Sturges. And Jared won because he's a PDF file, so he won Who Is Worse. Well, one is kind of a weird word, but Jared was determined to be worse, mainly because of the PDF file stuff, but we all agreed that Jared is actually smarter than Sturges. Which is crazy, because Jared is really fucking dumb. So you gotta be a special kind of stupid to be dumber than Jared. You'd think PDF files win by default, but we did Who Was Worse between Andrew Tate and Jared, and Andrew Tate won. And there's no evidence to suggest Andrew Tate is a PDF file. He's just like an alleged rapist and sex trafficker.
Played a very likable character that people still like to this day. And it's not just boss babe woman. It's an actual relatable character that has been created in the Star Wars universe by, of course...
Yeah, think about that. Jared is more articulate The guy who's like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
Jon Favreau. As the Gina Carano lawsuit moves forward, the actress remains determined to seek justice. With a strong legal team
Allow me
and a
to
loyal...
essentially donate into the Streamlabs like this and say, have a great day, bud.
Thank you, bud. Who would win in a fight? Sturgis or Jared? Probably Jared, because Jared's way bigger than Sturgis. Sturgis is like 5'6" or 5'7" and is like a fat little shit. And yeah, Jared's fat too, but Jared's like way bigger. So I would just give it like I would give Jared the size advantage. Yeah.
fan base behind her, Carano's battle against Disney is far from over. And I hope she fights on to the bitter end with this lawsuit, and I hope she wins. I really do hope.
Good luck. You're suing Disney. They've got deeper pockets than Gina Carano. I mean, the thing about the court system, especially like the civil court system, it's a rich man's game. It's not necessarily who's in the right. It's about who has more money to keep pouring into legal fees. And there's a lot of times you could sue someone and win and never get paid the money you're owed. Like Johnny Depp is never going to get paid by Amber Heard. Like she owes him millions of dollars for slandering him, and it's never Johnny Depp is never going to see that money. You have to be you have to have like Johnny Depp levels of money to sue someone just out of principle to clear your own name. It's not fair. It's not a fair system. Her lawsuit's being funded by a billionaire, unless it's like Elon Musk. Pretty sure Disney has more money to throw at it. I don't know who this billionaire is. I'm sure, like, how much money is the Disney company worth? Probably like hundreds of billions, right? Like the actual company?
She wins, because it is absolutely unacceptable for you to let one side of the political aisle go while the other side of the political aisle is allowed to spew whatever nonsense they want. Again,
okay, so the Disney company worth, I think this is just the market value, $201 billion. There's all these intellectual properties that they own and shit too that's worth insane amounts of money.
I am all for.
Sure, I get it. Someone's funding her lawsuit. What'll probably happen, well, I don't know. Is she suing for wrongful termination? Because usually in the U.S. you're doing like at-will employment, which basically means a company can fire you for any reason they want. And was she an actual employee, or is this like a contractor thing? I'm not sure how actors are hired. Are they hired in as employees, or are they contractors? I'm guessing they're contractors and they get their benefits through SAG rather than like through the company they're working for. But I'm very ignorant to how that shit works.
Expressing yourself with your freedom of speech, your First Amendment rights. You are not, of course...
Your First Amendment rights... Come on, man. How many times do we have to explain this? Your First Amendment rights don't protect you from getting fired from your job. They protect you from the government prosecuting you for saying something bad about like the president or whatever. Like there's no First Amendment in China, so if you live in China and you badmouth the president of China, you can go to jail for that. Or even if you like speak out against their government and shit in general. You can't do that here. That's what the First Amendment is. It's because before that, in the colonial times, if you shit talked the king, you got thrown in jail. Or if you even tried to like show any dissonance at all. That's what the First Amendment is for. It's not you can say whatever you want and not get fired from your job.
You know, free from the consequences. However, getting rid of somebody because of their political opinions is absolute BS.
No, I mean, I do think it's kind of lame, but it's their right. I don't think it's going to hold up in court. I don't think it's going to hold up in court. She said something that was politically incorrect, and a company can fire you for that. A company can fire you for anything. The only thing a company can't fire you for is like discrimination. Like based on like race or religion, that kind of shit. That's the only reason a private company can't like terminate your employment. And honestly, if they wanted to, they could just come up with another reason. Like if someone wanted to fire someone because of their race or religion, they could just like make their job so hard that they're like, oh, your performance is bad. That happened. Like another thing businesses do, they don't want to fire people for no reason because then they have to pay them unemployment. So what they'll do is they'll make their job, like I had a job that I worked at for like 9 years and I got raises every year. So like after like 7 years, I was making more money than like my supervisor was at like the ground level. I had like a ground level position and my supervisor was making less money than me because I've been there for so long. And they started making my job really hard because they're like, look at this guy. He's making way too much money for doing this job. It's like, well, you're the ones who gave me the fucking raises, you know? So they go, oh, we're going to put you on a performance improvement plan. And then what they start doing is they start making these goals that you have to meet harder and harder and harder so that they can be like, well, I mean, we told you needed to like do better at this and you didn't do it. So now we're going to fire you and you don't get to collect unemployment. And I saw the writing on the wall that when they started trying to do that to me, and that's when I quit. Like, fuck you. I know what you're doing. You want to come up with a reason to fire me because I'm making too much money, but you don't want to just do it because then you'll have to pay me unemployment. It wasn't a sales job. It was a call center job, and it had nothing to do with sales.
And I don't think she should have been removed. I think she should have been continuing to play Cara Dune in future seasons of The Mandalorian. The only good thing that came out of Disney Plus, in my opinion, and that she should have been able to head her spin-off series, Rangers of the New Republic. And honestly, that would have been a very successful show if they would have just let her do it. Because people...
No, I quit because I started doing this, and it was an easier job, and I was making way more money doing this than I was doing that job. The only real difference is that I had amazing health insurance with that job. I had unbelievable health insurance. That was like the main... And like a good 401k, they did like a 100% match where like whatever you paid into it, they matched it 100%. So that was pretty cool too.
Like Gina Carano, people love the character of Cara Dune.
She was an okay character. Tough woman character. I didn't have a problem with it. I'm surprised. Yeah, see, this goes back to that commenter earlier that was like, oh, if she wasn't white, Sturgis would be pissed off about this. He'd be like, oh, why are they making this woman so tough? Like, why can she beat up men? This is some girl boss shit, right?
Her merchandise sold exponentially, and it's like, why would you get rid of your cash cow, basically? And then
she is not the cash cow of that show. I mean, the lead actor, Pedro Pascal, was obviously the biggest part of that show, and then like the Baby Yoda shit was good for merchandising. She's white? Yeah, she's like Italian. Carano, believe that's an Italian name. But yeah, white is like a subjective term. Like back in the day, like there were so many people that would be considered white now, but like 100 years ago, they didn't consider them white because white is like a subjective term. There's no way to actually quantify whiteness. You know, like you say like a super white-skinned, red-haired ginger person from Ireland is somehow the same race as like an olive-skinned Greek person. Both of those people are called white because they're both European, so we call them both white, but they're not even close to the same skin color.
Turn the Mando into basically a simp. You basically turned Din Djarin into an utter B-word. And then you named, what was that one character? Bo-Katan? You made Bo-Katan the leader of the Mandalorians. Like, why? Just why? It was utterly stupid. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers.
Blah, 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 blah. The same fucking thing you say every time.
If you feel about all this, subscribe for more content. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you believe that Gina Carano will indeed win her lawsuit? Are you a fan of Gina Carano? Were you a fan of the Cara Dune character? And let me know what you guys think down below. Smash the bell for notifications and set it to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live.
Yes, I've seen the picture of Gina Carano and Sturgis together. I've shown it on the show before. She's taller than him. In the picture, she's clearly taller than him. And because she was a pro fighter, her actual height is out there because she fought professionally and they get your height and weight and everything. So we know for a fact how tall she is. So Sturges is 1 to 2 inches shorter than her. Just pointing that out.
Live on this channel, I typically go live Mondays and Wednesdays. And if you'd like to become a member, of the channel, you can click the join button down below. For as low as $1, you can get access to.
So yeah, Sturges. It says here she's 5'8". That's my height. I'm 5'8". So Sturges is like 5'6". Maybe 5'6.5". He a little chunky man.
Members only content as well as live stream emojis during said live streams that I typically have on Mondays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually try to keep up every single week to do a live stream both Mondays and Wednesdays.
Chubby
usually
goof.
I do more commentary on Mondays and then I do more gaming streams on Wednesdays. So that way we can have a differentiation between two different live streams.
Okay,
So
you're over-explaining, dude. We don't need to know what your reasoning behind doing other streams and keeping them separate is. Just do them. People will either watch or they won't. You don't need all of this information.
Don't want to spend $1, that's okay too. You're not obligated to do so. I just thank you for watching the videos and jumping in on a live stream.
Yeah, his size, well, he does it through his nose, then I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to blow snot out of my nose, but he sighs really heavily through his nose. And I noticed that's like a thing, and I'm not saying I can't diagnose him, but that's something like I've noticed that a lot of autistic people do. Like Chris Chan. All the time. Just saying.
And I appreciate you all for that. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I essentially looked at my camera and essentially told you to go fuck yourself, bud. Here's a little more of Sturge.
Hello everyone, I'm Renowned Zero. We are back again.
I am Renowned Zero. Here's my Alpha Core t-shirt, bud.
Talking about how fans are now concerned with Ghost of Yotei, as the game's writers also worked on Dragon Age the Veilguard, which just recently flopped, and Mass Effect Andromeda, which flopped when it came out because of all the graphical glitches and bugs that it had. And now they're going to be writing Ghost of Yotei. So in my opinion, this game is going to be, in fact, DOA. But again...
Hold on. Is it going to be essentially DOA? See, he had to train himself to stop saying essentially because he got shit on so much for saying it. So now he's using other words like in fact.
It's just my opinion. If
that's just your opinion, bud.
If it does well, people expect it to do well because Ghost of...
Hold on. Is Gina Carano's lawsuit being funded by Musk? If that's true, I mean, there's a lot of money there. But how much is Musk willing to spend here?
Tsushima was so successful, and then they brought it onto the PC platform.
Hi, Ivy.
Have PSN requirements to play the multiplayer, which I don't think they should. I really don't think they should. It's an open platform, it's PC, and it's just a stupid idea. And then it restricts the game from being purchased in over 180 countries because they require this PSN network, PSN login.
The one thing I'm wondering about Elon Musk having all this access to the Treasury Department and like IRS data, is he going to start is he going to start going after his detractors and like charging them with tax evasion? Like, oh, you got this wrong on your taxes 5 years ago, so we're coming after you. Like, where does the power end with that whole thing? It's a disproportionate amount of power to be giving someone with already a lot of money, the like financial power.
So you're restricting the game from being purchased in over 180 countries, so less people will buy it. You'll make less sales on PC. And then you got, fanboys online talking about how the sales are bad on PC, even though they've restricted the game from over 180 countries. But let's get into this article here from That Park Place. It says, Sucker Punch's upcoming Ghost of Yotei is already facing serious backlash, and now new details have emerged that only add fuel to the fire. According to IMDb, the game's writers include John Dumbro and Courtney Woods, both of whom worked on Dragon Age: The Veilguard, a game widely criticized for prioritizing identity politics over compelling storytelling. Like I always mention, the one scene where this person misgenders a character and does push-ups to, I guess, apologize for it. With this revelation, concerns that Ghost of Yotei is shaping up to be another woke disaster have only intensified. The controversy surrounding Ghost of Yotei began with its very first trailer, where fans quickly realized that instead of continuing the story of Jin Sakai, the beloved protagonist of Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch had replaced it with a new female lead named Atsu. Now again, I don't think it's a huge deal, although I don't believe that there should be female samurai. This abrupt shift in focus immediately...
that's the thing about fiction. You can do anything. We had a samurai panda, Sturges. There were never real samurai pandas. Or was it Kung Fu Panda? You know what I'm saying. Like, they do this shit. What was there was like a samurai in Ninja Turtles that was like anthropomorphic. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, it's fiction. It doesn't matter if it's realistic or not.
These red flags for gamers wary of yet another classic franchise being retooled for modern ideological messaging. Now, why people are...
Oh, Usagi Yojimbo, which started out as its own comic book series and then got combined with the Ninja Turtle universe. Usagi Yojimbo. I used to have the action figure when I was a kid.
Like that is because every single franchise that they seem to have swapped over from male to female, like with Uncharted, like with Last of Us, has gone down the shitter.
So Sturgis got rid of the Windows notification sound, but now he has a barking dog in most of his videos. Doo-doo-doo. Whoa! That's actually Sturgis' girlfriend calling him from the other room.
Matters worse in the eyes of many fans. The game's protagonist is played by Erika Ishii, a radical progressive activist known for outspoken comments on gender politics and for verbally attacking law enforcement. Again, personal politics shouldn't affect the game, but people have seen the pattern of how that ends up happening. So it could happen, it could not happen. We'll just wait and see.
Whoa! Sturgis, get in here!
Sturgis will think about Buffy the Vampire Slayer getting a reboot. Strong white woman returning to upside down face.
What, are they making Buffy black or something? That would be insane. I remember when the original movie of Buffy the Vampire Slayer came out, and then the TV... It's weird how the TV show was way more successful than the movie. Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was pretty popular, getting a lot of acting work at the time.
Ishii's casting only strengthens the belief that Ghost
All right. Yeah, I can't remember which actress played Buffy in the original movie. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the connection. Someone could be trying to DDoS me again, or it could be it could just be like my internet connection is bad right now. Who knows? We go on.
300 years after Jinsekai. So on top of that,
Christy Swanson. No, I'm saying who. I know Sarah Michelle Gellar played her in the TV show. I'm talking about the movie. The movie came out long before the TV show. The movie had a different actress. I think the movie like predates the TV show by like a decade.
Punch hired Thomas Hart as its new community manager in April 2024. Hart, formerly of Insomniac Games, has openly defended Sweet Baby Inc., the worst consulting company and the worst kept secret in the gaming industry. The controversial
like 8 years, I think. Well, let me see. Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie came out in 92. Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, Luke Perry, Hilary Swank, David Arquette, Paul Rubens. Damn, that's a cast. And then when did the TV show come out? Came out in '97. So like 5 years. I overestimated it.
Firm known for injecting divisive identity politics into games, such as making Agroboda in God of War Ragnarok black. They race swapped a Norse god in that game. Just a month before joining Sucker Punch, Hart
and now I hate to keep pausing. I just realized Luke Perry gone, Donald Sutherland gone, Paul Rubens gone. Very sad.
The fact that they're working with this terrible consulting firm that seemed to, be the cause of most flops. This whole Sweet Baby Inc. controversy is mind-numbingly dumb. He said, most people have no idea how games are made or what a consultant does. Many don't even care to listen to when someone tries to explain it to them. They would much rather have an other to demonize. Beyond their involvement in Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Dumbrow and Woods have worked on several games that were widely regarded as failures. Both were part of the teams behind Mass Effect, Andromeda, and Anthem, two titles infamous for lackluster storytelling.
Okay, if reading takes a lot out of him, he should change his content and not make it all him reading, because there's his content where he reads articles, and then there's his content where he like reads Twitter.
Massive disappointments.
X.
Launch. Yes, Anthem was an absolute disappointment at launch. That game could have been so good, and they screwed it up.
Dude, McDonald's is fucking harmful. Dude, every time I eat McDonald's, I regret it, and then I go back to it. Like while I'm eating it, it's like my pupils dilate, and I'm like, this is good. And then like a half hour later, I'm like,
freely
whoa.
admit my crush on SMG and Buffy. She was a cutie. Insane she is 47 now, and still a cutie. Watched Buffy and Angel like a mofo.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar, how old is she? I know she's a little bit older than me. I remember my mom used to watch this soap opera called All My Children, and she was on All My Children when she was a teenager, and I had a crush on her then. She's like 3 to 4 years older than me. Yeah, I remember having a crush on Sarah Michelle Gellar on All My Children, because I would see her when my mom would watch that show. So that was my first exposure to Sarah Michelle Gellar. And then that one movie, what was it called? Oh, the one movie where like Cruel Intentions. That was a crazy movie. And she's like trying to seduce her like stepbrother and shit.
It's important to note that both Ghosts of Yotei writers have some successes under their belts. Which track record also includes Star Wars The Old Republic, which is an MMO that's still going, and Dragon Age Inquisition, while Dumbro previously worked on Mass Effect 2 and 3. These are all successful and widely regarded titles. Yes, Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 are widely regarded titles. Then the Legendary Edition came out, and they were talking about changing the cameras away from Miranda's butt, which is a weird thing considering that, again, as I always say, gaming is a male-dominated space. It's always going to be a male-dominated space. So why not appease the wide audience, that mostly plays video games? YouTuber Endymion has been reporting on Ghost of Yotei for months and recently revealed that the game was originally planned as Ghost of Tsushima 2, starring Jin Sakai. However, according to his sources, Sucker Punch decided to pivot and replace Jin with Atsu, fundamentally altering the game's story and direction. Quote, as I was told before when I reported on Yotei last, the game was indeed supposed to be Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Jin Sakai as the main character, Endymion said. This has been confirmed to me by at least 2 sources, and I was told the skeleton of Tsushima 2 is what is largely being used to create Yotei into what it is now. He went on to explain how the game's narrative was completely gutted to remove Jin Sakai as the protagonist and repurpose the game into a female-led story instead. Quote, the entire narrative was effectively gutted, from what I've been being told, and repurposed into the story about Atsu, now, as you've seen in the new trailer. The whole wandering Ronin being hunted by other bounty hunters that's presented in Yotei, I am assuming was originally supposed to be Ronin hunting Jin Sakai as the ghost. If true, this would mean that Ghost of Yotei is little more than a forced rebranding of what was supposed to be Ghost of Tsushima 2, another example of a beloved franchise being hijacked for modern ideological messaging. With a progressive activist as the lead actress, 2 woke writers fresh off of Dragon Age: The Veilguard's disaster, and a former Sweet Baby Inc. defender as community manager, Ghost of Yotei is looking more and more like another case of a classic franchise being retooled to fit modern identity politics, because of course, people continue to fail upwards and gain more projects to work on that they'll screw up, in my opinion. What could have been an incredible sequel following Jin Sakai's journey could become yet another in a long line of quote-unquote girl boss games, with the industry once again pushing male protagonists aside to replace them with female leads in the name of so-called progress. Personally, I've watched gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima. It looks very mid to me, so I'd rather play Ninja Gaiden. I think Ninja Gaiden is a better game. For fans who are hoping for a true successor to Ghost of Tsushima, the writing may be already on the wall. Do you think these Ghost of Yotei writers will bring the divisiveness of Veilguard to Sucker Punch? I do believe so. In my opinion, they will. However, we'll just have to wait and see when the game comes out, because, just have to at this point. Even though I feel for most people, they see the patterns, they see it, and they'll just assume right off the bat because they're working with a person who defends Sweet Baby Inc., 2 people that wrote on Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and then you have Erika Ishii not really too good of a person in the background, just expressing herself with her politics and just kind of hating everything, it seems. It's not a good combination for a game. But we've seen people who have different ideological, policies and politics create great products. So you're kind of hoping they don't screw it up, because Ghost of Tsushima for a lot of people was a very good game. Like I said already, to me it looked very mid. And people just hope for a really good game. Like I said as well, I don't think female samurai were ever a thing. But, again, I'm sure it'll sell plenty of copies. Probably not as many as Ghost of Tsushima. And again, coming from PlayStation, they'll probably lock it away from 180 countries when it eventually comes to PC. And this is going to lead to less sales overall. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, smash the like button. Comment below your feelings on this. Are you going to be picking up Ghost of Yotei, or is this kind of telling you that maybe you shouldn't? Subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on this channel, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Peace. There was a whole lot of nothing there, right? I mean, not... I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's check out Airwick Let's see an Ewick video. Before we do that, I'm going to show this to people who haven't seen this yet. People who just started watching. Someone did a Photoshop of Eric, beardless. What do you guys think of that? What you guys think of that? Oh. Let's check out. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is.
In 2024, the subject of DEI dominated conversations from
No, it didn't. DEI did not dominate conversations. It's the new CRT. It's the new boogeyman from the right that they act like, oh, this is the thing that's ruining society, these 3 letters here. That's what's going on. No one's qualified. It's just they're just trying to fill quotas.
general politics to entertainment, and rightfully so. Especially after 2020, you saw a ramp up in commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusivity. It became like a
I thought it was
religious
whatever.
doctrine.
I thought it was
and companies
inclusion.
all over the world pledged their allegiance. As with anything, once patterns are recognized and the conversation becomes prominent, you'll get those that become tired or bored of that conversation. Now, many claim that people are overemphasizing DEI and attributing it willy-nilly. Is there a possibility that this is happening? Sure, but I want to use this as an opportunity to show you just how rotten this concept is and how dangerous it can be, so people being skeptical of it is really justified. For starters, this is not a new concept, especially in America. The Civil Rights era was capped off with the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This created a domino effect which led to more civil rights laws at the federal, state, and local levels. They consisted of race and gender-based quotas at both the private and governmental level and punishments and anti-discrimination laws. My position on this topic is likely to make normies upset, so you can go watch all of my old videos discussing just how nonsensical and anti-private property rights these laws are. Either way, we've created this culture of obsession with representation that has been more...
I think it's more that you guys are obsessed with pointing it out.
exclusionary.
It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Than anything. Fast forward to the current day, and we now have bank incentives and self-imposed
Eric, why do you hate the black man?
DEI efforts by just about every major corporation. And if we're keeping it 100, the vast majority of these policies just
shave the beard.
mean less straight white dudes. The great Thomas Sowell once said that the same man isn't equal to himself on different days. So the fact...
Oh, damn. Thank you, Bobby Two Hands. 1203, get us to a solid 250.
that people look at the makeup of something and declare it to be problematic is quite
That's racist, bud.
literally stupid. Here's
Please like the stream also.
the thing. Diversity in anything other than thought is not inherently admirable. It's neither good nor
Admirable?
bad. It's just a side effect. If something happens to be good and it is entirely made up of white men, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. The same could be said if it was made up of exclusively black people. But today's bizarre world would tell you that some...
Yeah. Eric July wants to go back to the era where, like, we had white shows and black shows. You know, you had Full House and then you had Family Matters. You know? He wants that. You had your white people sitcoms and your black people sitcoms. Never the two shall meet. Yeah, you know, the Jeffersons was a spin-off of All in the Family. And it was like the first episode with George Jefferson was Archie Bunker was all pissed off that the blacks moved into their neighborhood. But the character was so popular that they gave it a spinoff. All in the Family had a bunch of spinoffs because it was such a popular show.
something nefarious has
Very edgy show. Even by today's standards, fuck. If All in the Family came out today, it would be so controversial. You know, 50 plus years later, 60 years ago?
Taking place if the former exists. Then the idiotic conversation of gender and sexuality got added to this, so now we have this oppression.
Urkel was Family Matters.
Olympics, and everybody is tripping over themselves trying to
hold on.
Exist. Then the idiotic conversation of gender and sexuality got added to this, so now we have this oppression Olympics, and everybody is tripping.
Okay, I heard that wrong. I thought he was trying to claim that Leah Thomas swam in the Olympics, and I don't believe that was the case, right?
Over themselves trying to be inclusive. The result, a severe drop in quality across the board. You know it's true, and I don't care where.
I remember like when McDonald's would run race-based advertising where like they'd run a commercial that was like clearly geared towards black people, where like everyone in the commercial was black and the like music was like kind of hip-hop based, and then they'd have a commercial where it was like all white people and it was like bow, 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 like that. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys remember that? Oh, do they still do that? I don't see a lot of McDonald's commercials anymore.
You sit on the political spectrum. Nothing has improved due to this hyper emphasis on superficial components, but it has negatively impacted just about everything. And humans naturally started to recognize patterns, and it is perfectly valid. So what would someone do if they wanted to derail the conversation and prevent people from actually getting to the crux of the issue? They'd shout that you're racist, misogynistic, or a homophobe. They'd say that you're making a claim that you never made to deflect. As an example, when someone sees some virtue signaling photo of a flight crew made up, let's say, of entirely women, naturally people will do some digging. And when they find out what's actually going on, the dishonest will deflect and say that you must think that they are unqualified and women can't, let's say, fly planes. But that's not necessarily the case now, is it? Come to find out, the airlines has some program where they are specifically bringing in pilots based on gender.
Hold on, I'm finding some of these. Oh my God.
Have another fiver. Eric July is smuggling the acorns in those cheeks.
Yeah, I mean, I got chubby cheeks too. It's really sad. Like, I fucking go back and look at a video on this channel from a year ago. I was like 50 pounds lighter. It makes me sad. I'm hoping like I can change that soon. But yeah, things have just been really hectic, and I've been lazy. Mainly, I've been lazy and just been eating whatever I want. So like today I had fucking McDonald's breakfast and I hate myself for it. It's almost like a type of masochism. We'll get back to Ewick in a second here, but I did want to do a brief tangent to show you the kind of commercials I'm talking about. Like these.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Get whatever you want, baby.
Let's just share a 20-piece.
20 McNuggets for only $4.99? Oh, man, she's beautiful, smart, and sensible. Jackpot!
Anything else?
Get next to McDonald's crispy, juicy chicken McNuggets, so you get the
Hear the
taste
fucking
you love
music.
and the price you'll love even more.
Guess who's going to the game?
She bought him basketball tickets. Oh my God. He decided to share McNuggets with his girlfriend.
You were just racist, but
Racist.
Because he's a successful black man in comics and you losing subscribers, but I'm Sturgis.
Stwoogies. Yeah. He decided to share McNuggets with his girlfriend, so she bought him basketball tickets. This one's older. Check out this one.
I like going through changes. I am down for variety. So it's nice that McDonald's now offers a burger of the month. Each month, a different delicious burger. Yo, it's me. This month, it's the double quarter pounder with cheese. I have
the music is like fucking New Jack Swing.
pound of 100% pure beef piled high on a sesame seed bun. It's all that. Now, next month, we can look forward to a different burger taste. That's happening. What you want is what you get at McDonald's.
Oh my God. Holy shit. And I actually remember seeing that shit on TV when I was a kid. Hold on, here's another one.
I don't know how you do it. I put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you've pulled off, it's amazing.
This isn't a black one, but this is like one with fucking, yeah.
A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do?
I remember the $1 big and tasty, and when I was like a teenager and I could like eat like 5 McDonald's hamburgers and not gain a pound. I miss this.
But what's your secret?
Well, you see, once upon a time, there was Grimace Island.
It's true.
One day, black people
Oh my God!
mean to the friendly grimaces. That's why nobody has seen them since.
Oh my God! This is edited, right? I don't remember this one. This is definitely edited.
You're in luck because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your
this must be edited.
favorites on McDonald's dollar menu every day.
I love you, Grimace.
Thank you.
I love you, Grimace. Black people. Oh my God. Fucking, that's so fucked up.
Which naturally leads to qualified dudes being overlooked. And that's the actual problem, yet they pretend it's simply about it being a female pilot. The same thing can be said with something like video games. Let's say a narrative sucked in a game or was poorly executed, and the publisher and or the dev team brags about some commitment to diversity in their hiring practices.
I'll play it again if we can meet 35% of the goal.
It's not about the devs being unqualified, it's that you didn't actually bring them into this based on talent. That's because your own policies require you to look over much more qualified talent because they didn't fit this superficial bill. Rinse and repeat. It's happening everywhere and things are getting worse because...
I mean, we used to have it all segregated, like I just said, and now it's integrated. I don't see what the issue is. Like, media is now more integrated. It used to be like, well, we have this show for the black folks and we have this show for the white folks. And they barely ever crossed over. That's what we have now. Like, they used to never have interracial relationships in media. It was very, very rare. So now they do. I don't see what the issue is.
The truth is this. So as long as something is voluntarily arrived, there's no force, there's no coercion, the makeup of it is completely irrelevant. Demographics are a thing and people are not robots. They have preferences.
Dr. Doom's not a robot either.
Of it is based on culture. This can easily explain why something may not have the amount of black people or gay people that you want. There's no such thing as...
I don't really care either way, as long as it makes sense. Like, I don't care.
Direct proportionality. The West would do itself a lot of favors by ditching the DEI thing as an ideology. You'd see improvements across the board, and sure,
The Cosby Show was mostly a black cast, but it was universally popular. It was the most popular TV show. And then they had a spin-off, A Different World, which was like a mostly black cast too. Yeah, I mean, like, there were so many. I mean, like, do you guys remember the WB network?
it may not be as diverse to your liking, but who cares? Get out there and compete. If a video games combat developer happens to be the best in the business, but he's gay, nobody gives a crap. It's when you try to artificially place people in these positions while expecting customers to ignore it. That's the problem. There are some exceptional people out there, so let's let them compete. and go be great.
There you have it. Yeah, people are going to hire who they want. Like I said, we used to like racialize media a lot of times, you know, and now it's more integrated than it used to be. I don't see the problem. Just like society, it just took media more time to catch up than society. There are white Harlem Globetrotters now, by the way. There are male and female and various races of Harlem Globetrotters now. They're not. It's not all just black men. The Harlem Globetrotters are completely diverse now. They might even have a little person. Let me see. Where is... roster? Here we go. Yeah. There's at least one white person on the Harlem Globetrotters. See? Dazzle. That's quite the name. So yeah, there's a white dude in the Harlem Globetrotters. So even in like a space where the performers were mostly black, they put a white guy in there now. I could have swore I saw that there was like a white woman on the Harlem Globetrotters. So this was like the Harlem Globetrotters were like exclusively male and black for the longest time. And now they have women and a white dude. So there you go. It's kind of weird though, because the original Harlem Globetrotters, their manager was a Jewish guy, and he would sometimes play on their team. Back when the Globetrotters were like actually a competitive team. There's this what was it? The Minneapolis Lakers back in the day. The Minneapolis, fuck, dude. All right, here we are. I had a little hiccup in my connection again. The Minneapolis Lakers were like the basketball champions one year, and they played a scrimmage against the Globetrotters back in the day, and the Globetrotters beat them. It's like this legendary thing. And this was before the Globetrotters were kayfabe. If you go to a Globetrotter game now, it's kayfabe. It's like all planned. It's easy to kayfabe basketball because you can miss a shot intentionally. Very easily. All right. All right, now we're going to check out Shanny. This is a short video from Shanny. She's calling out Foodie Beauty. Let's see what she's got to say.
Just fits. Okay? You're eating so much sodium and you're so bloated looking.
Come on. You can't judge other people's dietary choices, Shanny. We've seen you shovel food in your mouth and your partner just sitting there watching you while he's starving to death. We've seen it.
That it looks like there must be not much skin left for you to even be able to possibly maybe live. Like, I'm surprised right now because you're so swollen. Your skin hasn't burst open. Now,
that doesn't... Does that happen? People eat so much sodium, their skin bursts open? What the fuck is she talking about? What are you talking about, Shanny?
I have osteoarthritis and
Don't do that. I don't need to see it. I've already seen too much of you.
Fibromyalgia. I am prone to swell, and I've swollen pretty damn bad before, where it felt like my skin will split.
Did she just get like papilloma virus all over her face? Is that how this happened? She's got like HPV face.
And if the swelling doesn't go down,
the swelling.
And you know, I'm like drinking cranberry juice and different things to get me to pee, right? So I don't like be so swollen. But you volunteer for that shit. You want to be a swollen, an absolutely swollen person permanently by constantly poisoning yourself with this fast food.
You know what I just noticed? She's wearing a Jared shirt. Maybe she's messing around with Jared behind Rev's back. And Jared's like, hey, baby, you want to wear this shirt? You want to borrow one of my shirts because you're my girl? You know what I'm saying, bro?
Like, I may have been big. And I said...
She's projecting.
It may have been, okay? Oh my God, like, I love looking in the mirror because I'm like, oh my God, my side is so thin. And I'm just like looking at myself. And those haters on Ozempic, listen. It's working for me.
Sure, Ozempic works for a lot of people. Like, there's a lot of celebrities or, like, media figures in general that used to be known as just, like, fat. And now they're, like, almost magically thin. Oh, my God.
Working for me. I'm having no side effects. I'm feeling good. I'm getting energy. I'm moving as much as I can. Right? I'm doing pretty damn good here. You know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling sexy. I'm feeling randy. You know?
Oh my God. This fucking idiot responded to me. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we go with this fucking idiot here. I can't believe how dumb people are, man. I cannot believe how dumb people are. Oh my God. I should believe it. I should seriously believe it. I'm going to share it with you guys here in a second. Oh man. Like, is it inbreeding? I think it's just internet brain rot. Like, people stopped caring about making sense. And now it's just like you type a comment without even like thinking about it. Like your fingers hit the keyboard before you actually think about what you're typing. All right, I'll show you a dumb comment too. I'll keep you updated as they respond because this is just like... And then they'll be like, oh, joke's on you. I was only pretending to be retarded. Because that's usually what happens. They go, oh, well, I was just joking and you took it seriously, so you're dumb. I was pretending to be an idiot, and you're dumb for taking it seriously. But yeah, he says chickpeas are legumes, not beans. Botanically. You suck at pedantry, Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, let's take a look here. Are beans legumes? They are. Beans are legumes. Here it is. I can't believe how fucking dumb people are. Yes, all beans are legumes, but not all legumes are beans, which is true. A legume is a plant that produces fruit in a pod, while a bean is a seed from a specific plant, which is what a chickpea isn't a pea, it's a bean. It's called a garbanzo bean. Other examples of legumes are chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans. Lentils are good. I enjoy a lentil soup. All right, I'll get back to this.
Liz is getting these fucking teeth fixed because of stupid vitamin D deficiency, which I'm still on like the 25,000 milligrams of vitamin C or D because I need it in order to have energy, or if not, I'm like sleeping all the time, which isn't good for, you know, my mental health, sanity, blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you, when you sleep during the day, do you find that your dreams are weirder? But anyway, back to Chantal. Listen, girl, you take any more sodium intake, I'm afraid you're gonna burst like a fucking berry. You're so fucking swollen. You need to calm down on that shit, eat some fucking greens, and thank God that you're still living right now and not having a goddamn heart attack. Jesus Christ, girl. Get your shit together. We're on a race here, and I'm winning. Do you really want me to be the first skinny queen of all of girl world? Do you want me to beat Amber and you? Because I will. Goddamn, I am. Like these idiot trolls are like, you're 500 pounds. What 500-pound girl do you see that actually has a fucking neck?
I'm pretty sure some do. I don't know.
Okay, most of them are like this. 500-pound girls, okay? They're like this, like Chantal and like Amber Lynn. Okay? I have a beautiful neck. It looks good at my age, too. I'm 41. Anyway. Anyway, I digress. Listen, Chantal. Quit with the goddamn sodium.
Yeah, and I just looked it up. I'm always, see, unlike this retard that I'm arguing with, I'm always like, am I wrong? I should look it up. The chickpea is a pea. No, a chickpea is a bean, not a pea. Chickpeas are a type of legume, which is from the same plant family as peas and beans. It's a bean. Chickpeas are beans, not peas. You're fucking dumb, dude. You're fucking dumb. Anyway, all right, back to Shanny. Joke's on you!
It's driving me nuts. It's driving your haters nuts. And most of all, it's your damn body. Take care of it. You'll thank me later. Peace and Maranatha.
That was a very good
Yes. She does. It is a camera angle, though, so I could be wrong. It does look like her face is thinning out. And she's been on Ozempic for a few months. She should be getting thinner. I don't know if that's going to help her walk or anything. All right, here's Cyraxx reacting to the news of Marty, Music Biz Marty's passing. He's not buying it. He's yelling conspiracy. See, he's got Shanny's HPV, but on the top of his head. The top of his head looks like Trumpster Bob's face.
Hey, get him, cynical. Sick him. Hey, cynical. Just to be funny here. Yo, cynical. Sick him. Get him. But there is something that I do want to touch on real quick and very briefly. And that is the rumors about Music Biz Marty being dead.
How the fucking chick bee in the sky is she giving people health advice? She is essentially taking medication to prevent her own self-destruction, but insane.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She's 40 years old, but she's living like a 95-year-old in hospice care because she let her health get out of control.
Let me tell you right now, he ain't dead.
He ain't dead. How do you know, you little gremlin?
That motherfucker's faking his goddamn death so he can try to get away with shit, and it ain't gonna work. So Marty, I'm calling you the fuck out. Sitting there faking your death, bro, that's illegal as fuck, dude. Especially to get out of court. Yeah, you're fucked.
No, he's not alive. Why would you listen to Cyraxx and take his word for it? No, Cyraxx is an idiot and thinks he's still alive to like hide from some kind of weird consequence that doesn't exist. Because, and I mean, there's all this evidence, like there's conclusive evidence that he died. And the word out there is that he died of a drug overdose. That he did, like he died from a fentanyl overdose is the word. I'm just saying, if you're the king of Akron, that's nothing to be proud of. Akron is not like this amazing place. Oh, God. Check this out. This is T-Bob. And he's sharing a message to everyone from his lady friend in Africa.
I just got a heck of a message. My buddy I had on this morning, just to say hi to y'all, he turned right around and dropped me an outstanding message. And I'm going to play it for you, because he don't mind. So listen closely.
Hello, Bob. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to your friends and family and the rest of America people.
The rest of America people.
I am saying good afternoon from
T-Bob is a catfish's dream come true.
Africa, Sierra Leone, to be specific. I am happy to be a close buddy to Uncle Bob.
First of all, he established he lives in Sierra Leone, to be specific. And second of all, he refers to me as, either uncle or brother or whatnot because, well, we're like all family already because Mariama is my woman and that's everybody acknowledge. Everybody in Africa that knows her knows me.
Yeah, they know you're the sucker she's taking money from.
It's a lot of people. But anyway, I want you to continue to listen to this message because you can't help but love these kind of people.
I thought it was a message from his lady friend, but it's someone else he met through her.
I like this in life.
Back from Africa, and talking to him is.
Let me backtrack that a little bit.
I am happy to be a close buddy to Uncle Bob, back from Africa, and talking to him is a blessing from my end. I pray that all of you there will continue to show love to one another and continue the good care. Let the respect continue to prevail. By the grace of God.
Let the respect continue to prevail. Did you hear that part? And then he said, by the grace of God, and we're going to continue.
Yeah, I think T-Bob needs to ask this guy to show him his butthole just to make sure he's who he says he is.
With this special
Stone boy,
message.
Hold the mic.
We shall see one day. If I don't come to visit you, maybe you guys will come to visit me.
That's when T-Bob disappears.
My own people here. I love you all. Yeah? I love you.
When they say I'm my own people, that means I'm from here. These are my people. This is me. You dig? Like, he belongs to a particular tribe in Africa, the ruling tribe, in fact. And I'll tell you more about this guy in a minute.
I'm somehow busy. That's why now I can't stay online for so long. But I wish you all the best.
You're going to love the last part of this video if you're a pro-Trump guy. I guarantee it. I was surprised he threw this in here, but continue to listen and pay attention. Here we go.
And a very peaceful governance as far as Republicans are concerned.
As far as Republicans are concerned, in other words, fuck the rest of you and the hell with you. But they know what the left is all about. They just got through having to kill a bunch of them and run them out of their country. Literally. Let me back that up so you can hear that again.
I wish you all the best and a very peaceful governance as far as Republicans are concerned. Let America continue to be great and let all of us continue to live in harmony.
Oh my God. Holy shit. The Stone Boy video has like 400,000 views on it. What the fuck?
I love you all, yeah? Uncle Bob, much love, sir. Much love.
That's a pretty powerful message from one of my buddies in Africa, who I met through, of course, Mariama, through her family. He's part of the family. And, I mean, he's not blood related to her, but, you know, her sister was concubine to him for a lot of years.
Stone boy.
You know, it's like that. So he takes care of her sister, at least for now. She is single and available. Anybody's interested.
Oh, yeah?
You know, beautiful African lady lives in Sierra Leone.
No, thank you. I'll keep my money.
Let me tell you, some of the best people there. And, but did you hear what he said? God bless and much respect and all of that to the Republicans. And do you know why? Because after a certain amount of dialogue with this guy, he became very understanding and even looked stuff up on his own that the Democrats here are the bad people, like them bastards in Africa that are left wing. They're all bad people. But the right
Listen to Trumpster Bob, well-known good guy.
wing,
Never done anything wrong, Trumpster Bob. He's a good judge of character.
Democrats over there would be equal to our Republicans over here. Like their president took the country back, gave the land back to the rightful owners, gave the money that was stolen out of their bank accounts back to the families, and he prosecuted the bad people. And then they killed them. Oh, don't we wish we had the death penalty here for traitors like these Democrats?
No. Because every time like one side gets in power, they can just like execute anyone they don't like, including you, Bob.
Oh, there they do. They ain't got no time to put you in jail and mess with you. If you're guilty, boom, you get a bullet in the back of the head. That fucking quick. Who that guy is, he's the guy that pretty much runs the majority of all the airport. That's who I've told you about him in the past. Like all the other bosses answer to him. It don't matter if it's air traffic control. It don't matter if they're taxiing a plane over there to get fueled. Or what? Packaging. Your suitcases and all of that. That department. He's the boss. Anything that moves on the ground, he's the boss. Anything in the air follows under one of his bosses under him. Air traffic control would be over that, right? But he's the guy that can walk in there and say, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I got 3 new hirees right here going to replace you right now. He's that guy. He is that guy. That's who that is. And me and him are good friends at this point. Like, I love this guy. And, I'm giving him some good advice here and there. And we've talked about a lot of things. Of course. But to be able to know people like this is pretty special.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get over the dipshit. Someone's saying that chickpeas are legumes, not beans, is like saying a robin's not a bird, it's a robin. Like, it's both. It just makes me lose faith in the world. I know that there were always a lot of dumb people out there, but before the internet, you didn't have to read their shit. They were just idiots by themselves, and they're like dumb shit was just like the only people who had to hear their dumb shit was the people like in their actual like real life. But the internet gives really dumb people anonymity to say really dumb stuff. Yes, all beans are legumes, but not all legumes are beans. But a chickpea, aka garbanzo bean, is objectively a bean. Look it up. Yeah, the Grimace commercial, I'll play it again if we can get to 35%.
What's up, love for Vi? Whatever that means. I don't know who Vi is. I don't even know what Vi means. Educate me. Oh, shit. Like, so many people, right? Fucking head itches right there. Oh, these inside dogs give me the itchies even if they don't got bugs on them. I don't pet them or nothing. I don't feed them. If I did, I'm not telling about it. But no, I don't like it.
His face is very itchy.
Inside dogs, man. If you're not gonna,
I want to see Sturges, T-Bob, and Eric July all shave their beards off.
keep them dipping. No,
I remember when T-Bob dyed his hair all weird when he was trying to impress Elisa Jordana. I don't know if you guys remember
bugs
that.
on them motherfuckers. I don't want to be around them dogs. And see, I'm already itching again. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna fix this situation.
What you got? Oh God.
Like,
why does he have this person's face as his profile picture?
I got some alcohol right here to kill any fucking thing on my head.
He's spraying alcohol onto his face?
I'm paranoid, man. Keep them dogs over there. But you can't eat breakfast without the dogs laying their head in your fucking lap, begging for a handout. Still don't feed them. That's a bad fucking habit. Feed them dogs like
The
that.
bad fucking habit.
And then on top of that, man, these dogs bring in fleas and shit from outside. Like, they don't have a lot of fleas or nothing now. They're taken care of, but sometimes they get some kind of something, man. They bring mites in here. I don't know. Oh, paranoid. Don't bring the doggies in here. Fuck. But what do, you know? They belong to some little kid, and the kid wants the doggy. You gotta let the kid have the doggy. I just keep spraying my hair with this fucking alcohol. That'll kill every one of them motherfucking bugs. Like, no problem. They're not gonna get settled in my fucking scalp. Okay, that's done. I feel better. Bugs are running to the other side of the fucking house if there was any. But if I'm just around them dogs, I just start fucking itching my head all the time, man. I'll spray alcohol on my head just to calm my scalp down.
At least he's not drinking it like Jared.
Don't be scared. The bugs are gone like that, right? If I start scratching my beard, I need to spray my beard next. Like, oh, God. Yeah, you guys that keep them fucking dogs in the house, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? No. Keep them dogs outside. Unless you got a guard dog that's trained to be inside, but fuck. Bathe that motherfucker every day. Put shit on him so the bugs don't want to come around. It's not hard. Oh, I got a stomach ache.
Was he farting?
Oh, I just got to eating waffles. Oh, you know, one of them big old fat fucking waffles, about yay thick. Oh, my belly hurting. It might be a turd. It might be the steak from last night. The steak taco I ate.
Oh, God. I don't need to know.
Fucking hot sauce was... Woo. I love their hot sauce. Hot and spicy. That's probably passing down through there, and I'm probably going to take a shit in the next hour or so. It's true. What? You want me to color code it for you? But no, I just wanted y'all to hear the message from my buddy. And, you know, I'll send them back messages that are heartfelt too. And, you know, it's just life is like that, you know. And, but people come in here all the time and say I'm racist and all of that BS.
I mean, you have said racist shit.
Yes. Newsflash. Some good friends that I have actually live in Africa and are black.
Oh, really? You know black people that live in Africa? Congratulations.
Surprise, surprise. The woman I'm engaged to is black.
You're engaged to. Oh, my God.
So get off of that nonsense. Just get off of that. Guy came in there the other day for yesterday, and said I was talking racist shit over her. I said, name one racist thing that I said, and he couldn't do it. But you get a lot of that. Oh, you're a Trump supporter? You racist. You racist.
I mean, I don't
off.
say you're racist because you're a Trump supporter. I say you're a racist because you say racist shit.
So I got to go. Hope you enjoyed the message. You did? I catch you and then let's go around. I got to go sit on the throne for a
Oh, man. Whew, it's getting hot right now. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, God. Speaking of beans, here's T-Bob eating beans and Doritos.
Get that fucking beer open, baby. Like, what the fuck? You know? I'm sick and tired of hearing these fucking liberals fucking even breathing oxygen, let alone talking. Because if they're breathing something stupid. I guarantee it. Man, they ain't affecting me at all. Fuck them, that's what I say. And cocksuckers. Like, fuck them. I'm just gonna eat my fucking chips. I don't give a fuck about them. Coming to my fucking kid's school, if my kid was in school and I had a kid in school. And I'm the fucking parent of that kid, and you come in there with your Muslim bullshit? Motherfucker, I'm showing up with a goddamn baseball bat. Yeah. in case the other parents are too chicky shit to help me whoop your ass up out of that fucking school.
Huh.
What are you gonna do? Throw all the fucking parents in prison? I don't fucking think so.
Doritos and beans. Are they refried beans? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. They're not beans. They're legumes. That's not Dorito, by the way. That's like Tostitos corn chips. Like,
Just the beans alone are delicious. But that goddamn hot ass fucking salsa.
Salsa.
Shit.
Salsa. Imagine living in South Texas near the Mexican border and calling salsa salsa. He was talking about how his stomach hurt and how he was like feeling like he had to fart.
Sound like they jealous of the orange man now. They can talk shit about us white boys all they want.
Jalapenos.
But of all of the goddamn countries in the world, where do they want to come? Huh? Yeah.
Hey, this stuff comes from New York City.
And this country was made.
I could have swore I just heard him fart.
Built by white people. Yeah, blacks had a hand in it. But all you motherfuckers from south of the border want to live here. Instead of making your country like America, because y'all's too stupid to do that, y'all just fucking want to move to America free of charge.
Yeah, Bob's so smart.
And we're going to let you in here to fuck up America. Shut the fuck up. And then all they do when they get up here is talk shit about white folks and black folks. Imagine that. But they want to live like us. They're begging to move to America. Man, stop talking shit about the white folks. Without the white folks, you wouldn't have probably most of the modern shit you got in life, you stupid fuck. Or the black folks, for that matter.
He doesn't have a point, Twin City. You're just a brainwashed maggot-tard. I don't ban people just because they're a maggot-tard. It's just like you're so fucking brainwashed by it, you can't even see the forest for the trees. I can't help you.
I'll teach you to stop talking shit about it.
But I will say, when Trumpster Bob when you start thinking Trumpster Bob has a point, there's time for some self-reflection.
You stupid motherfucker. Because you want to be like us. But in the United States, can you name the top 2 races that ever invented shit?
He has points on his chips. Well,
now white folks is guaranteed. But number 2 is not Mexican American. If we combined all you motherfuckers from south of the border, number 2 is black folks.
what? Is he trying to say that the number, like the largest minority is African Americans? Is that what he's trying to say? Demographics. And he said Mexicans. But that's not how we measure demographics here. We would measure Hispanics, not just people from Mexico. But Bob's probably one of those kind of people that thinks any Hispanic is a Mexican. Let me see here. Population, race and ethnicity. Okay. So, black or African American, 12.05% of the overall population as of the 2020 census. Hispanic or Latino, 18.73% as of the 2020 census. There's easily more Hispanic or Latino people than there are African Americans. T-Bob is completely wrong here, which makes sense because we border Latin America. And then there's like Puerto Ricans who are Hispanic and they can move here because they're citizens.
Y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Half the shit y'all bring up. Because y'all don't know any facts like that. You're just fucking like, it's like you're goddamn stupid as fuck.
Just look it up. It's there. They do a census every 10 years, and the data's there.
The facts.
No, Hispanic is a term for people that speak Spanish. Well, like their ancestral origins is from a Spanish-speaking country. So it's not a race, it's an ethnicity based on a language. Kind of like how when they do the demographics of Canada, they count French Canadians separately. So you can be from Spain and be Hispanic, you can be from Dominican Republic and be Hispanic, you can be from Mexico or Guatemala and be Hispanic. I think it's pretty simple. And there are white Hispanics and there are non-white Hispanics. I mean, all of these terms are generalized when they do these demographics. White is a generalized term.
Hey, y'all wish y'all had a Donald Trump in your goddamn country.
I don't, you're doing a as a, like, just because you are Hispanic doesn't mean you get to decide if the term is generalized. All of the terms are generalized. When you go as a Hispanic, I know more. It's like, just look at it. Look at all of these terms. Black is generalized. It's like, if you're like, the term black is so generalized because black people come from all different places. Or we call them African Americans. And many of them have never been to Africa. Another term that's used is Slavic. Slavic is like a term that's very general. Like a Slavic, there are so many different types of Slavic people all over, but they're all generalized as Slavic because they share a commonality between their languages, kind of like Germanic, you know? When you're talking about large groups of people, the term is going to be a general term. Otherwise, there's going to be like so many micro categories when they do the census and try to figure out the demographics of the whole country. It would take forever. Like the census survey would be so long. It'd be ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I don't know why my arms are so sore. I'm not working out. I'm not like Jared where I'm going to say, oh, bro, I was working out so hard yesterday. I did walk to the grocery store and carry back some groceries. So maybe, because I'm so out of shape, maybe carrying a grocery bag home made my arm sore. Ugh. All these terms we use to categorize people are broad terms. We were talking about the term white earlier and how it can apply to types of people who look totally different and have different skin tones from one another. So, I mean, Hispanic, I think Hispanic is easily explainable. It is broad. It has to be, because we're talking about gigantic populations of people. Yeah, like I was using Slavs as an example earlier. Russians are Slavs, Serbians are Slavs, Polish are Slavs, Croatians, Macedonia, former Yugoslavia, Macedonia, not the Macedonia part of Greece. All Slavs. Many have completely different languages, but they all come from a common language. See, that's interesting because when you say Latino, they're speaking of the Latin peoples of the Americas, Latin American. So that would be from Mexico down to South America, including Brazil. But then there's the Romance languages from Europe that came out of the Roman Empire. And that's Spain, Portugal, France, Italy, Romania. I might be missing another one. There's like Catalonian and that kind of stuff. So I'll agree Hispanic is a very generalized term, and most of what you'll find on a demographic survey is, but I don't think that means there's no utility to it. Well, Haitians, their origin is from Africa, but since they speak a Romance language, I mean, a lot of people don't consider French a Romance language. Or I'm sorry, they don't consider it a Latin language when it clearly is. Like, the French language came from, Romans speaking vulgar Latin in an area that later became France, that was one time part of the Roman Empire. So that's just objectively true. Do they consider, are Quebecois, are they Latin American? Acadians? See, the French language kind of, because I'm pretty sure Dominicans are considered Latin. But it is weird, it's weird that we make French the exception. It's more about French than anything else, because it's not just Haitians. There's other French-speaking people in the Americas, but we don't consider them Latin. I think it's more of a hang-up on the language than, the race of the people. For some reason. But France is objectively a Romance language that came from Latin. There's a lot of Latin influence in English, even though it's a Germanic language, because there were Romans living in Britain at one time. I always wondered why, and it probably got its name during the Roman Empire. But I always wondered why the Slavic nation in northern in the northwest Balkans was called Montenegro, because it's like a Slavic country that basically speaks Serbo-Croatian. Yeah, Brazil is. I've known so many people from Brazil, and of course, I know Portugal is a Romance language. They speak Portuguese there. Lots of people speaking Italian actually in Brazil also, though, which is interesting. Which is also a Romance language. Well. I've been to Venice before. Beautiful place. It's easy to get lost there. It's like a big maze. You have to follow the signs. Like every fork in the road that you come to, you have to follow the signs to get back to where you want to go. I will say the water is very dirty and kind of stinks though. What is it? Piazza San Marcos, I believe, is the big cathedral in Venice. I think. It's been a while. I've never been to Spain or Portugal. Let me try to name all the European countries I've been to. England, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Austria, Liechtenstein, Switzerland, Italy. If you count Vatican, I guess Vatican City is the Holy See is technically a country. France, Monaco, and I think that's it. That's all of them. Monaco is beautiful, but when you're there, you can see all the money there. No, I did not say Luxembourg. I said Liechtenstein. I've never been to Luxembourg. I was close to it, though, because it's close to Belgium and the Netherlands. I've never been to Luxembourg. That whole little area, I can't remember the name of what they call that region. Let's see. Name for Luxembourg, Netherlands, and it is called Benelux. It's probably like Benelux, or I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Benelux is what it's referred to. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I didn't drive to Monaco. I took a bus. Oh, whew. You guys, like I was saying earlier, I stayed up all night tripping my ass off, and then I made the mistake of eating McDonald's. And now I feel like I want to shit myself and fall asleep. But I'm going to chill for a little bit longer. If you guys want to show your support, toss me a couple dollars, help me get a little closer to the goal. I will be streaming later tonight. I'll probably chill and take like a 3-hour nap and then start my show prep for the show later. Let's see if that dipshit responded again. There's like morbid curiosity. Because they just can't help it. By the way, if you want to reply to them, it's on the last video. Look for their comment. The show I did last night with Shabisky, that's where it was. I've also been to Mexico and obviously Canada. Like, I've probably been to Canada like 25 plus times. I don't know exactly how many times. I've lost count. But yeah, it's interesting how each region of Italy is so strikingly different. That's what I liked about Italy. And obviously, like any large country, it's going to be like that. Just like the U.S. France is the same way. And I know it used to be like smaller kingdoms before it became one big country. It's just interesting, like when you're in the north, you know, you're in the north in Venice, it's very different than in Rome. Yeah, I know the Dutch are German. Their language sounds a lot like German, but it's obviously its own distinct language, and it's one of the more rarely spoken languages, like in Europe. Like, most people don't learn Dutch unless they live in the Netherlands. The Dutch speak really good English. That's one thing I noticed there. Like, they're very proficient in speaking English, most people. I've been to the Netherlands 3 times. That's the country in Europe I've been to the most. It's crazy if you listen to like old or middle English, it sounds like German to me. Like I cannot understand it, and to me to like, I mean, I understand some words because they're the same, but mostly I can't understand it. And if someone was like, "What language is this?" I probably would guess German. It just sounds German to me. Never been to Costa Rica, never been to Central America or South America, only Mexico. I would say an Argentinian of Italian and German ancestry is Hispanic if they speak Spanish as their primary language. But these are subjective terms. There's not like concrete rules for it, as with many things. Oh, what does this say? Okay, so this is how the census defines Hispanic. I'm reading this right now. It's the Office of Management and Budget, the OMB. The OMB defines Hispanic as a person of Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, South or Central American, or other Spanish culture or origin, regardless of race. That's what it means. Deport Jared to Garbage Island. All right, so I'm out of steam for now. I'll be back later to do another stream. So yeah, I thank you so much for watching and supporting and doing your thing. It's cool for us to disagree on things and have a conversation. It's not cool to say that beans aren't legumes. Chickpeas are legumes, not beans. Look up what a fucking legume is, loser. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.